Okay, everyone, we earn over $1 million per year in dividends thanks to Yieldmax, Misti, and ULTY. But can we survive a down market with Misti and ULTY, especially if we use some margin debt? Everyone knows that that's the secret to my success here. It's not only these dividends, but we're outperforming the market. Okay, the market's had a huge pullback recently. The market itself has had a minor pullback, but Bitcoin and small caps have had a large pullback. Same with high beta tech. But we're still up 27% for the year. If you factor in the dividends we got this weekend, you'll see on Monday we're up over 27%. The S&P is only up 14. The Nasdaq's up 19. So we're beating all indexes. We're beating all indexes, as I always say in my videos, because it's really hard to lose when you're using margin and then your dividends pay it back. So it's not really about the margin, it's about your holdings, okay, like Misti and ULTY. And if you have too much of that, you're gonna lose in a bear market. Now, we could be getting a bounce back soon this weekend. You know, I have some charts I wanna show you, but what if that's a fake out bounce back, for example? What if we fail the 200 in Bitcoin and we go lower? How can we survive in a down market? I have 5 tricks to share with you, okay? And one of those tricks I've never really mentioned before in a public video. So if y'all think these videos are repetitive, they are, because it takes repetition to be successful. Look at any professional, look at any athlete, look at any great professional. They're always repetitive, but I have counters and I'm creative with my moves, and I'll share with you those 5 ways, again, that I'm outperforming the market still during this recent pullback. If you need more help doing what I'm doing, outperforming the markets, living financially free from 9 to 5, email me for my e-guides at akintodd48@gmail.com, or head to my website, Unconventional Wealth Ideas, where we're leading the FIRE movement. You can find out all about me and my wonderful community here at my website, Unconventional Wealth Ideas. You can see all about my e-guides, etc., etc. Okay, so we're up 27% for the year. How have we held up our performance so well? Okay, Bitcoin is down pretty significantly from the highs. Even Misti, okay, MicroStrategy, it's also down significantly from the highs. Here's Bitcoin itself, it's down from the highs. But look at a chart of, let's say, MicroStrategy, and you'll see that it's considerably off the highs. I mean, it was around 50 a share over here in the past. In the recent month, okay, it was around 15, 13 or so. Now it's at 9. So that's 30% of a loss. And I know many members who don't follow my videos entirely, including some of my members who buy my e-guides. They get free access to Discord for life. And this is where, you know, we alert you of the Cornerstone rights offering announcement, but it's also where we talk about everything else under the sun. We have a Yieldmax channel. It should be quite exciting to see how I get through these kinds of ups and down markets, okay? And what I'm trying to do is make sure that everyone is up to speed with me in this video, okay? Y'all been hearing the wrong things to do at other YouTube channels. Go all in WPay, go all in blocks, go all in ULTY, go all in Misti, okay? And they're doing the wrong things. If you head to my membership section on YouTube, you'll see where I do all of my private videos for my members, and we've been getting through this market successfully, okay? Again, look at my performance. And we also have a challenge right now. I'm trying to lower my debt by $100,000, so I haven't brought in any deposits or anything since this recent downturn in November. I don't give advice. This is not financial advice, but everyone should always be bringing in money into their accounts, okay? Why not? Use your job to pay down your margin, get more excess equity so that you can reinvest it, live off those dividends, okay, and use loans to get ahead. All right, I'm not ashamed of using loans. I've used about $500,000 worth of loans. Use your job, use whatever you can to put in money to bolster your account. But I haven't even been doing that recently, like I said, and I'm just trying to actually focus on lowering my margin debt, which is $860,000. My dividends of over $1 million per year will pay back that debt in less than 1 year. But a lot of members think that because these videos are so repetitive that this is my debt, I'm leveraged to the hilt. It's actually not, because people don't pay close enough attention to my videos. This is 400,000 short. Okay, so I have 400,000 short, I have 460,000 long. So net, I only have 60,000 of margin debt exposed. Is anyone listening to that? Probably not. You know, my members are, okay? I have my dedicated members who are listening. You know, you see them commenting here. I'm trying to get my margin debt down, all right? I'm just trying to use my YouTube channel to stay accountable to myself and have myself outperform, live free from 9 to 5, and all of my members as well. So I'm trying to get my margin debt down. I'm not leveraged to the hilt though. That's why we're outperforming, okay? We're outperforming because this leverage is half short once again. All right, and that's one of the tricks that I can share with you guys. I had that written down, guys and gals, is of course when you have Misti, you hedge with Winter. All right, so I've been hedging Misti with Winter. Everyone knows that. I've been strangling my hedges 2-to-1. And obviously Misti is down, but if you're in Winter, Winter's actually been holding up quite well, okay? So we have ULTY here on the Yieldmax website, in case you're not familiar with ULTY. And then we also have Misti, okay? Misti and ULTY are two of the most probably, iconic funds by Yieldmax. And Misti is up significantly from its inception with Yieldmax. Look at this inception. It's up. It has an 87% yield, as you can see, but since inception, it's up 244%. So if you're looking at the charts of Misti, you're going to be severely misled, all right? And you're going to think that MicroStrategy is suffering when it's not, okay? Yes, the chart of Misti is down, but look at the return since inception. It's actually up hundreds of percent. So nonetheless, even though it's doing great, you would be doing very poorly recently since MicroStrategy is down from the highs. And when it's down from the highs, your account falls by the equivalent amount approximately with Yieldmax, but it won't rise by the equivalent amount capital gains wise. You'll get it back with dividends. But if we have a continued downtrend for something like MicroStrategy, like we're seeing here, it was at 400, now it's at 240. If we have this continued downtrend, you're going to see your dividends fall, you're going to see your account fall, and it's going to be harder to grow your account back being all in on Misti, Palantir, ULTY, Blocks, Robinhood, all these high-flying tech names that everyone got so caught up in. You're going to get crushed in a down market. We've seen nothing yet because the market is barely even down off the highs. Now the market looks good. It's on the 50-day moving average, as you can see here. So everything is setting up for a good buy on Monday, it would seem. You have the S&P right here on the 50, and then you have GBTC itself right below the 200-day moving average. So we're setting up for, again, somewhat of a bounce, we would think, on Monday, but we don't make predictions here. We just plan accordingly for both directions at my channel. I don't care what the market's doing, going up, going down. I leverage going up, and I deleverage going down. And so right here, we're not worried about what's happening with Bitcoin because, well, I've already hedged Misti with Winter, and I've already deleveraged, okay? So the first thing you can do when you're trying to survive in a down market with Misti and ULTY is you can just buy the hedges. You can buy Salty, you can buy Misti, of course, okay? Of course, you can do these things. But it's how you get out of them that's also kind of tricky. And so that's what we're going to discuss tonight on my team session. That's the first thing you can do, okay? You can hedge. And also, you hedge with Winter, but one of the other things you can do is when you deleverage, you can actually raise your available withdrawal, okay? So everyone knows that my account's 2 million, but my available withdrawal is 440. And if I want to raise this, I can simply deleverage from Misti, go 3-to-1. Actually, with Misti, since we have the equivalent vehicles that are leveraged, we go 2-to-1, Misti to BitX, okay? And that's a real piece of gold if you didn't catch that. And I've been doing that all week. I've been just sending out alerts to my members on how I'm deleveraging 3-to-1, 2-to-1. That's all here on Circle. And also you can find out how to do that in Volume 7. Volume 7 is really getting put to the test here lately in the market because as the market falls, I'm just using the techniques from Volume 7, okay? I'm just deleveraging, going 3-to-1, 2-to-1, and all of our various vehicles are all there in Volume 7. And then that's helping us in return stay ahead of the markets. We're still up 27%. Yes, our dividends of over $1 million are helping keep up our performance because when you have your margin, your account grows regardless. When your dividends pay down the margin, your margin goes to zero, but your account grows by $1 million. So if we wait a year, our margin debt goes, plus 100,000 because that's $1 million over, 1 million minus 860. So we'd be, plus 100,000 or so. I hope no one clicks out and is losing, patience just because I'm giving you some simple math. But, with this, our account would be at 3 million and our debt would be at 0 in 1 year if the market was sideways. And so that's how we keep growing. It's because our dividends keep paying down our margin debt, and then our account grows by the equivalent amount, which is so great about using margin debt. And again, half of that is short, so it's not like I'm leveraged to the hilt. If anyone comments about that, they're not watching the videos closely or they're just hearing rumors from other YouTube channels. So that's the first thing you do is hedge with Winter, but then you can also deleverage which is the key to not only keeping your outperformance, but it's the key to keeping your available withdrawal high. This way you can withdraw out of your account, still pay your bills, still live free from 9 to 5, but also avoid a margin call in the process. We never get close to a margin call because we have high enough available withdrawal. We hedge our positions, like with Winter, we have Misti and Winter, we have ULTY and MSTY. We also use our put options. All of my puts and how I protect my account can be found in Volume 5. See Volume 5 for how I use these hedges. So if we're using our hedges and then we're delevering, then it's really hard to lose. We deleverage, we take minor losses in the process because when we do this, our dividends are offsetting our losses. Also, our shorts are offsetting our losses. And then we're bouncing back even harder each time because of the way we delever into our favorite vehicles. Okay, so, I hope you're listening to this very closely. If you don't know how to delever like I do or use puts like I do, see my Discord community or see my e-guides. I don't know how else to put this to you, okay? So, today's been a tough day because TJ, he's been sick, as y'all know, and so it's been really hard for me to even make a video, but I have to come out and make this video and teach y'all, or at least inform y'all for the record, what I've been doing to stay accountable to the public and help give y'all hopefully some sort of, guiding light on how to survive with Misti and ULTY in a down market, okay? We've talked about the hedging with Winter. We also use put options, but we also delever, okay? And then bounce back even harder each time. That's what I did with the Trump tariffs. That's how we got ahead of the market so fast, all right? The next thing you can do is you can actually buy put options with something like Misti and then box it, okay? And when you box it, you raise your available withdrawal. That's something that we talked about on Teams as well, okay? I've taught you all about how to box, okay? That's in my Volume 5 e-guide as well, okay? How to box, all right? So any bundle purchase, will get you, any platinum or gold bundle purchase will get you all of my e-guides, okay? And you can learn how I box Cornerstone and all these other funds. You play the box like we do with Cornerstone, but you can apply that method to everything, all right? And if you weren't listening to anything in this video, I hope you heard that about boxing Misti with the puts. So you can not only hedge it with Winter, but you can box it with puts, lower your maintenance, and then raise your available withdrawal, okay? If you don't know what I'm talking about with maintenance, here's Misti, here's the maintenance. It's 100% maintenance, Misti. But if you box it, then the maintenance drops and your available withdrawal rises, and that's how you stay ahead. That's how you live free from 9 to 5. You don't even need the options to be liquid, okay? I had a 500% gain in my Misti options as I showed you on past videos, but I didn't even take it because I just wanted the available withdrawal to stay high because that keeps my maintenance low and my available withdrawal high. If you need help understanding maintenance, see Volume 3, okay? That's my margin e-guide, how to live free using margin. Okay, so I started this channel with no e-guides, okay? I started this channel just trying to stay accountable. I started this channel with $300,000 in my account, roughly, and $100,000 in dividends. Now we're at $2 million in the account, and we have, over $1 million in dividends. This is thanks to a little bit of Yieldmax. Yes, we own ULTY. Yes, we own Misti, but we really only have about 10% of our account net exposed with ULTY, okay? So we're using Yieldmax. We're definitely, I have hundreds of thousands of dollars invested in Yieldmax. ULTY 10% by itself. Then we have many other Yieldmax names. But we also anchor our accounts with Cornerstone. That's how I started this channel, okay? We anchor with Cornerstone, and look at how Cornerstone's been holding up. The S&P has been holding up well, and Cornerstone's been holding up well. So Cornerstone has the highest dividend in the land for indexed vehicles that I know of, okay, that actually moves up or left or right on its chart. Look at this move that we got here. We sold here at Discord, right here at these highs, and then we bought back here. How do we know that? Because we have the rights offering announcement at Discord. That's what's so valuable about Discord, and that's why we started Discord. It was to have this RO announcement, and it worked so well for us, okay? And we sold at the highs, we bought at the lows, and now Cornerstone's been going sideways, and that's what you want. You want to see it holding up. Not only is Cornerstone going sideways for us, and so it's holding up our NAV in our portfolio, but it drips its dividend at the bottom. So when the market falls, we get our dividends dripped at the lows. We get 20% gains on top of the 20% dividend every month, and that's how I'm getting ahead with Cornerstone. Everyone thinks that, I made it to 2 million and somehow things have changed with me. No, nothing has changed. I'm still a God-fearing man. I got here with 300,000. Now we're at 2 million thanks to 500,000 in loans that I got, but also our outperformance. We've gotten 30% this year. We're at 35% at one point. We got 50% our first year. We ended up finishing in the high 40s. Second year, high 30s. And then this year we're in the, mid 30s. Okay. Now we're at 27, but we were just at 35%. So that's 100% gain, at least 100% gain since I started my YouTube channel. All right. And so that's where the results are. If anyone's getting any other results, whether it be in, other YouTube channels or even some members of my Discord who do not follow my private videos, okay, you read my e-guides, that's great, but then you go watch other YouTube videos and they tell you to go all in WPay or go all in some ULTY or MSTY. That's just the wrong way to do it. I have so many members calling me because, yes, they call me. I give my number out to all of my members who buy my bundles. A lot of members have been calling me saying, hey, you're right. I'm all in on MSTY. I'm all in on ULTY. I shouldn't have done that, but now I'm here, so what do I do? And it's really hard to unwind this pickle that they're in. But have they done this from the start? Have they anchored with Cornerstone from the start, which now they have it at Robinhood? You have Cornerstone at Robinhood, so there's no excuses. Even if you don't get the drip, I outperformed without the drip in 2021. Please hear that. Does everyone hear that? You don't need the drip in Cornerstone to be successful. We got 100% gain in Cornerstone in 2021. So I'm talking very fast right now because I have to do a Teams meeting right after this, and my videos go too long. Okay, so and if I talk fast and I make the video short, then everyone says I need to slow down. You can't make everyone happy, apparently. But what I don't understand is why more people don't look at my performance, see that we're still outperforming. Many of my members would attest to the same thing who get all of my alerts. I give you all of my trade alerts at Circle, okay? We've, moved from WhatsApp to Circle, okay? Because, obviously there's a lot of issues with WhatsApp. Circle, I give you my trades and the explanation, so there's no confusion now, okay? And so, it's like a game of telephone. What we do here at my channel, it echoes out to other channels, but it gets twisted and perverted. People get misled, they misread information, and then they mislead everyone else, okay? So this is how you get through things. You hedge, you delever, you also can box, okay, and then you anchor with Cornerstone, and then just with Cornerstone, make sure you're playing that around the premium thresholds. We always say that. Beware with Cornerstone. It tells you when to buy and sell, but you have to know how to play it. We give you the rights offering in Discord, and if you need help understanding how to do it on your own without Discord, that's in my Volume 4 e-guide. All right? Okay, another thing you do, okay, to minimize your volatility in your account, okay, and outperform in down markets with MSTY and ULTY, another thing you could do is you could sell put options, okay? I sell my put options, and we've already closed our put options for massive gains, okay? 50%, 50%, 50% gains in BidX. Y'all remember those in past videos. But that's also why my margin debt rose so much, because I closed my puts, my sold puts, which lower your volatility. Okay, you can see BidX down on a given day. Our BidX puts will be down less on a given day. They lowered my margin by about 50,000 because these are naked puts, not cash secured puts. That there's no point for me doing cash secured puts, but naked puts lower my margin. They lower my rates, my margin rates, okay? Because if I lower my margin amount, then I lower my margin interest, okay? So my rates are the same. My rates are below 5% for the record. So if y'all think that I'm dying because of this high margin leverage, and y'all think I'm paying all this interest, well, I've negotiated my rates down twice. I say it in every video. Many of my members have as well. In addition to margin interest that I'm not worried about, I'm not worried about this leverage because I told you half of it is short. I told you my dividends pay this back. And again, the reason why it's higher now is because I've closed my puts for gains. I did that so that I could raise my available withdrawal by about 50 grand because they do suck up your equity, albeit less. When you sell options, they suck up less equity. But the way that I sell options are safe. People are selling 0 DTE options and blowing up their accounts. That's not the way you sell options. You sell options the way I do to get max performance with the least amount of risk and volatility. That's all in Volume 6 if you need help selling options. All right, so I've been selling options. I've been doing all these things. I've taught you in past videos how to box specifically. I've taught you how to sell options specifically in many videos. Taught you how to use Cornerstone in many videos. Taught you all about maintenance, all about the secret world of maintenance and equity and how your life is unlocked because you can use maintenance. I've taught you all about that in past videos. I don't have time to explain any more. That's all in my e-guides, okay? Email me at aikentod48@gmail.com if you need my e-guides, or head to my website, unconventionalwealthideas.com, where we're leading the FIRE movement, all right? I have my members here. I see y'all's comments, and I can't wait to get to y'all. but we are running short on time, okay? Because I have to get my teams meeting going. And yeah, I'm excited, Capital G, about this government shutdown, whatever's happening. We're using this to our advantage, okay? And whether we have an up market or a down market, okay, we're going to just react accordingly and continue living free from 9 to 5, okay, outperforming in the process, all right? As you can see here, if you're just joining this video late, we're up 27% for the year while earning over $1 million in dividends, okay? So my chat, I can't wait to see you on Teams tonight. And let me just give a quick shout out. Hey, Alex. Hey, Robert, John, Mark, Amir, Capital. I agree, brother. Zai. Yeah, I didn't see any news, but I'll take it, okay? I've been my head's been buried in the sand, okay? I've been dealing with TJ. Sunday Fun Day, Justin. Should have even more fun after this on Teams. My Silvo and IAUI have held up nicely, Ancient. Yeah, they have. Recently, we removed our silver, our gold medals shorts. We removed half of those shorts, and those have been doing well for us. Yeah, deal not done yet, but it's news. Dylan, my Lord and Dividend Savior. You're too kind, Dylan. Thank you, brother. Tasher, good evening, Tasher. Thanks for all your help this weekend, Tasher, okay? You know what I mean? TJ got a lot of well wishes, so I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Tasher. Ancient, if 2 million is boring to you, then have fun working till 80. That's what I'm saying. And also, seeing the market fall like this, it's been quite exciting, but it's not as fun unless you're equipped with the right types, kinds of tools to fight it. So I agree, Ancient. All this is very exciting one way or another. Hey, Armor, thanks for the message today. Thanks to all my members for the well wishes this weekend and all the support. I love y'all so much. Hey, C. Martin, happy Sunday. Phil, good evening. Tom, Garage, Justin, Box It. Exactly. Good evening, Jason. Tasher, tell me about being pickled. Before I found you, I got too heavy into Misty, and I'm still trying to get balanced properly. UGH, BTW, I don't watch anyone else anymore. Thank you, Tasher. That's music to my ears right there. Hey, Alba. Yep, we'll do that, teams. It was good talking to you today, Alba, and good talking to you over the phone recently as well. All right. Okay. The video is 23 minutes, so I actually can get out of here, and it doesn't look too daunting to other members. Everyone, like and subscribe to this video if you're watching. Even though I don't care. Okay. Please don't like or don't subscribe or don't do anything. Just keep. Just hopefully you can watch my videos and get something out of it, and that's all that I care about. I want to stay accountable, and I want you to learn something. Hopefully, these 5 tips that I gave you, will help with that. Shamasis, happy to have caught a stream. I'll watch what I missed and see what I missed after this. I ended up buying some 3X longs. Yep, I love it, Shamasis, okay? So we'll talk more about that, in Teams and later this week in our video, Shamasis, okay? All right, so I love y'all. Shamasis, you're the GOAT as always. I just wanted to read that out loud, Shamasis. Thank you for saying that. Really appreciate that. Matthew, Todd, really appreciate your time and knowledge. I'm grateful for you. Thank you, Matthew. I'm grateful to you too. I'm grateful to all of my members here. This is, my extended family, as I tell y'all, and I don't know what I would do without you, because I love this, process. I've been investing for 20 years. I love getting these gains and this outperformance, but it gets quite lonely with all this free time. So that's why I make all these videos. People say, why does he make so many videos if he has 2 million? I started at 300,000 and I'm just a hard worker. And we've gotten it up to this level because of our performance, and it's exciting to share. I have all this time. Wouldn't you do the same? Wouldn't you want to give back? And I used to answer so many questions, be here for everyone, but then, we had to, use things like, e-guides and Discord to answer the rest of these questions because I've been inundated. Hey, Max. Hey, Mike. Y'all check out Mike's channel, okay? He's always doing similar things with me, Max. All right, again, I love y'all, and I'll see y'all on the next stream, okay? Stay safe, everyone. Remember these techniques. If you're in a bind, if we go higher, well, then great. We make more money and we outperform. If we go lower, we know exactly how to actually survive and live free from 9 to 5 with these 5 techniques using ULTY and MSTY, all right? I love y'all. See y'all soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.